What's up? What's up? Season 36. That's what's up. So, let's do some technical work on the fly here. Let's push forward. Let's push forward. Huh? You got the top of the screen there. We got it rocking. We got it rolling. I think everything is as good as it's going to get. I mean, look what we're working with here. We make it happen. You know, I record a screen. It's what I do. And this is how we make it work. So anyway, Fighting Ewok here. Like I said, NCAA football 2007, season 36 is the journey we're going on. So let's get things rolling. You might see we're already in the preseason. I did simulate the off-season recruiting. I get you updated on how those results went, but this is a huge season. If you missed anything, if you keep it up and you did not catch the last season, we're going to have some spoilers here because there was some big movement at the end of last season. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Okay? We're going to go to the report card. Because as you might or might not know, this is a 3-coach dynasty. A couple of my close buddies and family members. Myself Fighting Ewok here, and you'll notice that's a Clemson logo. I'm only smiling because I spent a lot of years at Florida, and I left on my own accord. I really couldn't believe it, but honestly, I have no real emotional connection with Florida. Even with as well as I was doing, it was just for the dynasty. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. So now I'm at Clemson. Let's see what we can do. 289 wins overall in the dynasty. 3 conference titles, and 1 national championship. I'm famished is almost to that even mark on wins and losses. 219 on wins, 224 losses. Alabama State, gosh, I feel like the only thing I didn't write down is the year he went to Alabama State. But of course, we've got all the videos here on the channel, so I'm thinking this could be year 10 or more with Alabama State for I'm famished. And he's almost back up to 500. He's got 3 conference titles. And he's really turned his dynasty around being with them. And then we got Buckshot. Yes. That is not a major logo you might expect to see. That is the UMass, University of Massachusetts, somehow wrangled a legendary coach. I mean, a rare type of talent here. Okay, we're talking a legendary. 282 wins under his belt, and UMass got him. They got him. Buckshot, you're going to do something. Do you agree, Leo? Leo agrees. Buckshot's going to do something. 282 wins, 3 conference titles, and now University of Massachusetts, huge contract, multi-million-dollar contract. UMass shelled out to sign this guy. And we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see. All right. Well, with that being said, Let's check out what we're working with here, shall we? Let's check out the depth charts. We'll start with Clemson. I'm working with a 90 overall quarterback. That's a senior, and I got a junior as an 84. Not bad. Freshman 78. We're going to be building and reloading. Running back 89 senior, an 87 junior, and an 80 freshman. That's this year, next year, and the year after. We're just loaded. Ready to rock and roll. Fullback, wide receivers 87, 86, 84. What is this? Senior, okay, but then junior, sophomore. I'm fixing to have two 90s on there. Tight end, decent. And then after that, wow. This is a solid team, guys. Ladies and gentlemen of the council, this team is pretty good. In the secondary is the most, but it's good. I should have some A's in the ratings, to be honest with you. UMass. Whoa. Now, if there's one thing about it, Buckshot has taken over a class quarterback, 91. A junior, 82. He's going to be good next year. Not bad. If he can recruit a good quarterback this year, he's going to be set for the next 2-3 years. Big East first team preseason. And a good running back as well. And he'll reload next year with another good one. And the next year. Okay. Wide receivers aren't bad either. And Buckshot, this job here, I'm not saying you're going to go win the Big East or anything, because West Virginia's there. They're going to get in the way, but I think you should have a winning record. Honestly. There's no reason for UMass to be as bad as they were. That's why they came and got you. Buckshot, that's why they came and got you. Buckshot 20. He joined the new conference in 2030. Okay. The best left outside linebacker on the team is a middle linebacker. But that's okay. Yeah, the defense has got a couple weak spots, but overall, that's a nice team. It's a nice team at UMass. Hey. Stop yawning. Why don't you stop yawning? Look at this. Garcia. 82. 82. For I'm Famished in Alabama State. An 80 running back. A couple of 90s for wide receivers. That's good, but senior. Oh, Lord. Alabama State. Man, his skill players are graduating. Ooh, that is not good for a left end. Wow, that's the best he could find at a left end. A. Lewis is an 82, is the starter at right in. K. Williams is the backup. I don't know. It's not great. The other positions are pretty good. Secondary's a little suspect. I don't know, that could go either way. I say that a lot, but I'm Famous just seems to re-up, reload, and just continue on no matter what. But in here, I don't have a great feeling. But who am I to say that? Every time I say that, he absolutely crushes it. All right, let's see what ESPN the magazine has to say. Preseason polls. Wisconsin is your preseason #1, likely, as they are your defending national champions. Virginia Tech, Ohio State, Texas A&M, and Arkansas round out your top 5. You got Notre Dame. Let's see. There's Florida. Reloaded. Of course they are. Preseason number 16. Yeah, I knew I should have some A's on the board there. Knew it. Overall, A+, A- offense, A on the defense. Okay. All right, let's see where our other guys are at. Here we go. Preseason number 31, Alabama State. B's across the board. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Buckshot's UMass team should also be B's across the board or better. Just seemed like he had good talent. Look at this. 66th. Yeah, B's across the board. That's interesting. All right, who's last? Maine. Delaware State. Okay, well, there we go. Not in there. Okay, it is time. In-season recruiting. All right, let's see. Alabama State's needs. Yeah, we knew this was going to happen. So running back. Let's make sure he goes. Let's make sure he gets his Alabama. Let's keep Alabama State. Let's keep the Alabama players in state, shall we? You need a running back and a fullback, and guess what? The best player in Alabama is a running back. No fullbacks in Alabama. Wide receiver, middle linebacker, and free safety. Okay, good wide receiver. Good wide receivers coming out of Alabama. We need more wide receivers. We got to target all of them. Yeah, there we go. Middle linebacker and free safety. Good middle linebackers coming out of Alabama. Okay. Not bad at all. He's got 5 scholarships remaining, and if I'm being honest with you, we got to go find a fullback, but what's his weakest position here? Middle linebacker, free safety. Let's reinforce that if we can. We're going after it. Middle linebacker. Free safety. Yeah, I mean, we're going after it. What are the others? Running back, strong safety, corner. Let's target it. Let's target it. Let's try to improve his weak spots there. Running back, we're going after it. Let's make sure we reinforce some of these positions here. He needs a fullback. Let's make sure we do that. Pipeline State. There's one. Going after a 3-star out of Florida. We got 1 scholarship remaining. He needs 2 fullbacks. So let's find one more. That's all the fullbacks. It's interesting. All right. That's all of the scholarships. We've targeted all the players that we need to. Beautiful. Let's go to UMass. Let's see what he needs. Running back, fullback, wide receiver. Let's start there. Let's see how many players Massachusetts has. None. Huh? No players in Massachusetts? A guard? Well, let's keep him in Massachusetts then. The number 10 guard in the country? Yeah. We'll go after that. Why not? 1 player out of Massachusetts. Okay. Okay. All right. All. And you needed a running back, fullback, wide receiver. Some Pipeline States players here. There we go. Let's give ourselves an opportunity. Connecticut, New Jersey. See if you can dominate here. Up in the Northeast. Picking up these players from these states here. Dominating up here in the Northeast. New Jersey bringing out the wide receivers. How about that? Defensive tackle is your last true need. Another pipeline there. 4 scholarships available. Very well. We're gonna let's see where we need to reinforce here for him. I mean, let's look at the defense. Corner, defensive tackle through corner. I think we go after that. I say we stay in the Northeast. No defensive tackles out of there. There's an outside linebacker. That'll be good. It's a good Pipeline State pickup. Boom. Let's go after these middle linebackers here. Let's go after that corner as well. These are good Pipeline State players. Good 4-star players. It's rock and roll, man. Let's get it. Okay. My turn. Clemson. Wide receiver, defensive tackle, and outside linebacker. Okay. go after these wide receivers here in these pipeline states. Defensive tackle and outside linebacker. A lot of North Carolina players. A lot of them. South Carolina, there we go. Keep them in state. Oof. Florida's a pipeline state. Those are all of our needs. Let's go see what South Carolina is offering. Our home state here now. Some 4-star players. Good quarterbacks coming out of South Carolina. Let's go after South Carolina. Let's some 3-star caliber players there. Hey, you know what? Let's keep some of the best players here in South Carolina, shall we? All right, now let's go finish off our last scholarship with our best pipeline state player. The number 2 quarterback, let's go after him. All scholarships are given. Time to take a look at our schedules. Finally, let's do it. All right, I think Fresno State is out of this game, so I'm going to have to go check that. Got Maryland, Boston College, Wake Forest, at Virginia Tech this year, okay. Florida State's in conference. So then South Carolina, yeah, that's going to be a rivalry game, of course. B+ schedule, wow. Only one ranked opponent, and it's a B+. All right, UMass. Ooh, we're taking on Nebraska, UCLA, Tulsa, UNI, Tulane. Man, could be a good start to the season for you, man. You don't even play West Virginia. Oh, yeah, there they are, West Virginia. Delaware State. Ugh. Old stomping ground for me, Delaware. Alabama State, Western Illinois, Tennessee State, Stanford. Then they take on Houston, who's ranked. Then they got Boston College. We got some manageable out-of-conference schedules this year, I must say. Let's go see if any of them are FCS schools. Yeah, Fresno State needs to be replaced. That looks like that's it. Fresno State for me. All right, let's get them out of here. What? Why don't I just take them on right away? You know, just see how it goes. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I still want to get a good warm-up in. And it still makes my strength of schedule go up to go Florida Atlantic. So there we have it. Schedules are set. And we're ready. Week 1. Let's get it. Are you ready? You ready? He's ready. Season 36. 2 new schools. Let's rock and roll. First up, UMass. Taking on Nebraska. Now, as far as starting off, this might be a little bit rough, but we'll see how we recover after this one. Nebraska's a very good team. Uh, uh, wow. Wow. First game. What a start. Buckshot and UMass take down Nebraska. Whoa. 21 points there. I mean, you allowed 119 yards, 2 touchdowns for rushing, but your player of the game was a receiver, Snyder. That's impressive. That's cool. All right. Well, let's see if we can continue the momentum here. All right. A+ rated Clemson. Man, that's a little funny to say still. Taking on Florida Atlantic. Let's get this game 50-0. Good grief. 12 tackles, 6 for loss, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Wow. 50-0. I don't think I've beaten a team that bad in a long time. And now here we are, Western Illinois visiting Alabama State, and I'm famished. This is a quality opponent, honestly. I know Western Illinois is B- rated, but they're always pretty good in this game. So this could be a tricky game. Western Illinois. Buckshot in the chat. I mean, 60 run, 40 pass, working out. It worked out well in that game. I mean, I can kick it up, but don't forget you're in the Northeast, and a lot of the games are going to be simulated in bad weather. I wonder if that matters. I don't know. But that was a big-time show out in the first game with that strategy. Let me know if you want to stick with it or if you really want to change it. Because that was big time. All right. While we do that, let's see here. Change it. You got it, bud. All-Americans first team. You got a Clemson player, preseason All-American, outside linebacker. Second team All-American, defensive end from Clemson. That's pretty cool. All right. Here we go. Let's get through week 1. Wow. Big surprise in week 1 there. Oh, I had a big reflection coming off of that light. Okay. I got to catch you guys up on the recruiting stuff, but the week 1 is almost over here, so I'm just going to lead off with this. In the off season, the transfer portal was real. I joined Clemson, and right away, 3 players transfer. 3 good players, by the way. 2 of those players transferred to I'm famished in Alabama State. A left guard and a right guard, both gone. Both transferred to him. The left guard was an 84 overall, and the right guard was an 80 overall. Hey, here comes this guy, has national championship under his belt. Let's transfer. Give me a break. All right, here we go. Week 2. Ooh, Maryland is better than I thought. Wow. I'm sorry. Did 75 teams play last week? I mean, I'm just saying. Did 75 teams beat their opponent 50-0? And yet I'm 75th in total offense. Really? I only had 319 yards of offense and I won 50-0? Not to mention my total defense is only in the top 30s? Whatever. Well, I didn't expect Maryland to be this good, to be honest with you. And this is an ACC opponent. So I hope they don't catch me sleeping here. Oh, I got them. 24-17 victory. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Whew. That's a big hurdle. C. Anthony, 29 carries for 94 yards was my player of the game. I'm not even a running coach. I throw the ball. Whatever. UMass, B overall, just came off of that huge first coaching win for Buckshot at UMass. Is now taking on UCLA. C- overall for UCLA. Let's get the win. (45-13) victory for UMass over UCLA. Still kicking it. Players of the game: UMass defender Wilcher, 10 tackles. Wow. An interception and a touchdown. Nicely done. All right. Alabama State tries to recover from their opening weekend loss. I think they should against the C-rated Tennessee State. All right. I'm famished. Should be able to get this win here. And he does. 56-39. So back in the win column. That's what I'm talking about. 29 for 41, 462 yards and 5 touchdowns for his quarterback. Wow. Incredible. All right. Let's get to that week. Let's get over to week 3. All right, so let's start with UMass and their recruiting in the offseason. Ended up signing 1 4-star player. Signed 1 3-star player. Those were the 2 headline players of their recruiting class from last year. And UMass ended up ranked as the 116th best recruiting class in the country. So that's what we're hoping to turn around this year. Okay. Here we go. Week 3, B- rated Arizona. Hey, I know those guys. Buckshot. Do you know those guys? Arizona. Pass offense is number 2 in the country. That's crazy. All right. Oops, didn't mean to go that far. B- overall, and I am A+ overall. So I'm facing Arizona. Should be able to get this victory at home pretty comfortably. 35-10 win. That's what I'm talking about. Good start at Clemson. All right, the C+ rated Stanford Trees come to visit Alabama State. Alabama State is B rated. These are games in the past that I'm Famished usually handles pretty well, even though it seems closer on the ratings. There you have it. 37-27 win for our guy. I'm Famished. Bringing him to 2-1. Kicking right along. UMass now taking on the C-rated Tulsa Golden Hurricane. So, UMass looking to start 3-0. They are the ratings superior team here. Ooh, and they get tripped up. 38-14 by Tulsa. And in this game, 22 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown for your running back. So that was the player of the game, was the running back. I mean, you are still more of a running team anyway, so that makes sense. And that was a good game for him. But still, man, somehow Tulsa just fourth quarter just came in and took care of business. All right, well, that's week 3. Stanford Cardinals. Yeah, I guess you're right. It is the Stanford Cardinal. What did I say? The trees? Yeah, I probably did. All right. Next, recruiting class. So Alabama State, I'm Famished. Their headlining players were 2 4-star players, 6 3-star players, and they ended up rated the 43rd best recruiting class in the country. So 43rd, that's a lot better for him than what he has had in the last several seasons. Like, he's not pulled in great recruiting classes. So not too bad. All right, here we go. Let's see. UMass trying to get back on the winning track here. Taking on the Panthers of UNI. They are C-rated. Buckshot and UMass are B-rated overall. He should move to 3-1 here. No, 38-30. UNI comes in the fourth quarter and takes that game. That's a bit shocking. $17 for 32, 297 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 carries. First 2 games were so good. Since we're doing a live stream, I don't have to worry about like time constraints and the amount of videos, and it's a lot that goes into uploading a single video. A live stream is just so simple. We can take the time and go look at this injury report. All right, well, that's not good for I'm Famished in Alabama State. One of my best corners is out for the season. And, well, nobody really... I mean, maybe that guy was an impact player, but that's a freshman, so nothing really to worry about there on the injury front. So it's just some of those games. It's a transition season, first season in. Hopefully we can get some of the players to continue on, but it's one of those things. Got to build that winning culture, right? All right, Boston College B-rated, visiting Clemson. Again, I am A-rated. Should be able to handle Boston College, my ACC opponent. 21-3, yes. Didn't score as many points as I thought I should, but hey, it is what it is. And Conference USA play for I'm Famished. He's taken on the C-plus rated Florida A&M Rattlers. So, see if he can continue to take care of business here in conference play. Ooh, he gets a conference loss. That's a close loss. That is not usually what happens to him. He tried to come back, but couldn't quite get there. Dang. Oof. That was a rough week. All right, let's get to week 5. So to finish out the recruiting conversation, my first offseason with Clemson, we end up with 11 4-stars, 7 3-star players that headlined our recruiting classes. And we ended up with the 9th best recruiting class in the country. 9th in my first offseason. So I'll take it. Top 10, that's amazing. Love it. And as a side note, a little side quest that I checked on here, Florida's recruiting class was 11th. They signed 0 5-star players. 0. So, I'm just saying. All right, well, week 5. B- rated Wake Forest in conference play, visiting the number 11, 4-0, Clemson. Let's get this win. I see no reason why we shouldn't. 49-14 victory, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Huge game for I'm Famished. He is B-rated. Houston's B-plus rated. So ratings-wise, Houston should have this. Sean Strickland loses the belt. Wow. Buckshot with the updates here. Buckshot MMA updating me on the MMA pay-per-views going on. Wow. Who did he lose to? And where's he from? I think he was fighting someone from South Africa. Is that correct? (45-17) loss for I'm Famished at Alabama State. I hope he can turn this season around quickly. I had that bad feeling in here about this season. All right, UMass trying to get back on the winning track here, taking on the B- rated Tulane Green Wave. They got him at home. Yes. Duplessis. Oh, wow. All right, and Tulane marches on. 24-17 win over UMass. Tulane is 5-0. They're B-, but they got something special going on there, so I don't know what that is, but I guess they'll see. I think Buckshot can gather several more wins during conference play. You know, speaking of transfers, it's like I took over Clemson. I'm a throwing team. F and UMass, yeah. I'm a throwing team, and as soon as I take over Clemson, I lose 2 of my best offensive linemen. That's crazy. It's just like in real life. Like all these coaching changes. Like Nick Saban leaves Alabama. Okay, the Washington head coach comes in, and all these guys are transferring from Alabama. All right, I think we had some big upsets last week. Buckshot's calling those out as well. So we're actually going to check these out real quick. All right, let's see here. Virginia Tech's already lost once? Wow. Indiana. Number 1, Indiana. I saw them getting better. I saw Indiana getting better, like, slowly. But I didn't realize their ascension had reached this level. Like, I saw them in a big bowl game, and I was impressed. I'm like, wow, how did Indiana go, only lose 1 or 2 games in a conference that involves, Wisconsin and Penn State, Ohio State? Look at them. Wow. They got the momentum on their side right now in the game. The Big Ten is just a gauntlet. Tennessee takes down Arkansas. Huh. Wow. I did say Indiana's actually good now. Good call out. Good call out, man. Yeah. And they're really good apparently. Apparently I missed several years of their ascension. Just happened. Look at this. Florida unranked. Wow. Wow. What an interesting week. All right. Yeah, they did. They lost to Alabama and Tennessee this season. That's their losses, huh? Which is bound to happen anyway, right? I mean, it's the way it goes. All right, C+ rated North Carolina at Clemson, an ACC rivalry game. We should keep our winning streak alive here. We do. 54-13, hammering our neighbors to the north from North Carolina. All right, Big East play. Big East play. Maine 1-4. They are C- rated, taking on UMass. UMass, you got them at home. It's conference play. Let's get it going. 40-10 victory. That's what I'm talking about. 3 more wins, and you're taking UMass to a bowl game. And they didn't sniff that last year. Alabama State, I'm famished. B rated. Starting conference play, taking on C- rated Southern Miss. Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble. It's a punter. Okay, then. There we go. 34-27 win for I'm famished in Alabama State. Pulling him back to 3-3. So, good week. Good week 6 for everybody here. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Big time top 25 matchups for the week. Let's take a look and see if there's anything. Look at this. Indiana is so good. I mean, that's amazing. I don't think there's anything else of any significance here. I mean, that could be a big game, I guess. Oh, this one. Unranked Florida taking on LSU. What can I say? Missouri takes down Oklahoma State, but down goes LSU. Florida got them. The SEC is just a mixed up pile of mush. I don't know. I don't know what they are. All right, let's get through week 6. But look, in real life, Washington's head coach just did incredible things. Nick Saban retires. Now you got these high caliber guys transferring. It's, just like in the game, those guys transfer. They don't know. Maybe it would have worked out. On one hand, I can't blame the kids, and I'm famished and I we did a we were talking. We did a podcast last night. It'll be uploading, in the next day or so. But there were some points that were made where, yeah, they were there. They're not maybe not necessarily leaving out of spite or because they're scared of a new head coach, but I think Famish made a really great point that these kids have been recruited by so many nationally touted coaches. They built relationships with them, and they said, hey, if the one I picked is no longer here, I know I have a great relationship with this person already. Maybe I should go to that school. So I don't know. He had some good points with that. So we're going to leave it at that. We're going to continue on. But, okay, here we go. West Virginia, the big dogs in the Big East. This is who you're trying to catch. Number 7, visiting UMass. They are A-rated. You are B-rated. You got them at home. And you held strong. You were winning at halftime. Really well played, to be honest with you. 4 receptions, 73 yards, and a touchdown for your wide receiver, King. You really played that one well. Okay, look at this. 6-0 Georgia Southern. They're C-plus rated. Alabama State, and I'm famished, is B-rated, so he's on the road, but he has the ratings advantage. He needs to pull this one off. Conference play. Got it. 27-17, ending Georgia Southern's win streak at 6 and getting him to 4-3. That's more like it from I'm famished. And here we go. North Carolina State. NC State and Clemson play for a trophy? Well, I bet that's been one-sided lately. NC State's B- rated. I'm A+ rated. This should be, I should just bulldoze this team. 24-7, not too bad. Moved me to 7-0 on the season, so I mean, not a bad week. UMass really played West Virginia pretty hard, and then 2 other wins, so I'll take it. Top 25, anything of major influence here? Florida's ranked again, taking on Navy. That's the stuff right there. Lose to 2 ranked teams, beat 2 other ranked teams. Oh, that's a big one right there. Ohio State stays alive in the national championship conversation. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other real big potentials there. Let's get through week 7. Catch you guys in week 8. But, man, there's so much happening in sports. So much. We talk about a lot of it in our pod. One other thing I got to say. I've never had these before. These are Pop-Tart bites. They are delicious. They're awesome. Look at these things. I've never had them. I've had Pop-Tarts, okay. Pop-Tarts are delicious. These Pop-Tart bites, so good. Yeah. Catch you guys in week 8. I said that. I'm so used to making clips, doing live stuff. You can just change on you, you know? I'm famished. Alabama State B rated, taking on the C plus rated SMU. Another big conference play. He's got him at home. Not a game he should have lost. Shouldn't have lost that game. Okay, UMass. You are B rated. You're on the road against Delaware State. Now, ratings wise, you have them. Statistics, you have them big time. I say on the road, you should still get this Big East win. That's what I'm talking about. It was a close one, 35-32, but you got it. UMass, player of the game, 14 carries, 100 yards. Nice. And look at this. Virginia Tech has lost a game, and they're still ranked at 5th. All right, they got me slightly in the ratings, and they're a bit better than me statistically as well. And I'm at Virginia Tech, so this does not look likely. Left tackle for a half. Boom, 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 bow, boom. Yes. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. Take them down. Now, what does that mean? Not a whole hell of a lot, because I got to probably play them again in the ACC championship game. And if they beat me there, my national championship hopes are up in smoke anyway. So I'm excited, but I'm also like... I'm excited, but I'm also like pulling myself down at the same time. Good win, boys. Let's take it. Let's run with it. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. That was a game of the week, too. Anything else big? Tennessee, Alabama? Not really national championship implications on the line there, but... And nothing else really there to worry about, I don't think. So we're going to come out of that. Let's simulate through week 8. So, You know, college football teams, they they're chasing money for their programs. And do you think it's to build up their academic profile? I mean, do you think that that money that's coming in is being reinvested to say like research to build their academic foundation, or do you think it's just lining the pockets of things? Or is just enough going to the education, but other stuff is there's a bucket over here of it going somewhere because like schools have always schools have always talked about being in strong academic conferences, but it doesn't seem like that makes a big difference to people. So I don't know. Just something to think about. Let's get back to the game. Major development last week. Down goes Indiana. Wow. So the fact that they already beat two or three of those great Big Ten opponents now matters not. Because I mean, Ohio State's still number 4 still, so they're still right in it. And it's week 9. I almost forgot about ASMR week. We can start it now. It's not a problem. A+ rated Clemson. Number 3 in the country. Taking on B- rated Georgia Tech. (38-7) victory. That's what I'm talking about. Are there any big top 25 games this week? Minnesota takes on West Virginia. West Virginia with the win. Big time Navy taking on Notre Dame. Navy wins the game. Notre Dame falls. Okay, that's all for week 9. I'll catch you guys here in week 10. It's week 10. It's week 10. Choking on coffee. Number 2. Wow. All right. Rivalry game. UMass. Buckshot. B rated. At New Hampshire. C- rated. They're 2-6. Get that 5th win on the season, bud. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. 5th win on the season, baby. All right. Our guy, I'm famished, also needs his 5th win. He's got the ratings advantage here, but he's at Appalachian State. Big conference game here. Yes, crushed him. Awesome week 10. That's what I'm effing talking about. Nice job, fellas. Nice job. All right, we look to get bowl eligible next week. LSU taking on Tennessee. Yeah, shouldn't have been that close, but hey. LSU continues to win. Although being 8-1, they're getting no love from the ratings committee. I don't think Missouri should be in danger here. No. Look at that. I think that's your next opponent. I think that Buckshot next opponent. Delaware. Wow. Okay. There's nothing with real national championship implications on the line. Yeah. That's true. Look at this. Texas A&M could be in danger here. Almost. All right. Let's finish up with week 10 here and let's get through. So, yeah, there's a lot. The conversation with conferences and academic play, and they say they're never going to go down. Like, a lot of realigning with other colleges is about their academic qualifications as well. And I just think that conversation is starting to be put into the past when it comes to athletics. Right? There should be pride taken in the academic profile, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the academic profile being separate than the sports profile. College football should have its own thing where it's not affiliated with specific conferences, but, typically are affiliated with specific regions and different types of play. But I don't think it should matter what conference the college football team is in academically. Shouldn't matter. Because they change so often anyway. But nevertheless, no, that is not your next opponent, but I know you played Delaware sometime. Right there. Week 12. All right, well, look, then this is the week to get your 6th win and become bowl eligible. UMass visiting Connecticut. You're on the road again in conference play, but you have the ratings advantage. Seeing that considering you run the ball 55% of the time, you have the number 18 pass offense in the country. That's crazy. All right, man. 6th win time. Yes! You're taking UMass bowling, baby. First season. Way to go. All right. Alabama State is at home against the C-rated 3-6 ECU Pirates. I'm famished. Alabama State becomes bowl eligible this week. Boom, they do. ECU scored 21 points in the 4th quarter to try to come back. Wow. 21 carries for 130 yards. And just be careful with the strategy change too much, because, that will influence the type of players you recruit. So if you want your team to be something, you should stick to that coaching style so that those players that want to play in that style come to your team. So, tomato, tomato. Here we go. I got Florida State visiting me. They're C+ rated, 3-6. I am now number 2 in the country with Clemson, 9-0. Let's finish off Florida State here. 10-0, 45-14 win. Let's go, baby. Huge week. I got to 10-0. I'm famished and Buckshot both got to bowl eligibility. Yes. All right. Anything else big in week 11 before we move on? Anything that matters? This is just interesting because Buckshot started here at San Jose State. So it's just interesting to see how they do. Good win for them. Oklahoma's 5-4, but I mean, they're not a bad team. But they get their butts kicked there. That's the school on my list. That's the school that I would leave the school I'm at to go coach. I mean, that's my big list school. So let's see here. I mean, that's a big game, but it's got no national championship implications on it. LSU, Alabama. Alabama with the win. All right, let's get through week 11. Let's rock and roll. It's all gone. I ate them all. That was so good. Don't fear, I have donuts. See, the thing about these kind of donuts, these little like Hostess donuts, if you're somebody who likes to dunk their donuts, like me, and I consider myself an expert in this field, I used to put out a little segment called Dunking Donuts, and I just talked about how you can dunk different things. You actually have to bite this first. Like, it's like a wax coating almost. It's waxy. So if you dunk this, it's like it'll just bead on it, and you're gonna like drip it all over your hand and your pants. So take a bite first. All right, a little nibble. Then you can dunk it appropriately. Okay, you're still gonna get a little runoff because that's what happens when you dunk things. But I wish you could see, after you dunk it, okay, make sure you turn it up so that it soaks into the sponge. All right, kind of shake off a little bit that you have, and now look. I mean, that's a clean dunk. You got a nice moist sponge there, and a perfect dunk bite. Man, you get coffee flavor in that, donut flavor. It makes a subpar donut like this one taste better because it's got the coffee dunk in it. Anyway, I mean, comment below if you want any other advice on how to dunk dunkable things into coffee. I'm all about it. Okay, week 10 commits. I get the number 3 outside linebacker in the country, 4-star. Pretty good. Hey, the number 2 middle linebacker in the whole country, Alabama. I'm famished. Alabama State keeps the number 2 linebacker in their state. Not to Alabama, but to Alabama State. That's cool. Okay. I have a non-conference game here against Colorado. This one's tricky because Colorado's very good. They're B+ rated, but they're at my place. So I should get the win here, but it's a tricky one. I put them away, baby. All right, here we go. 10-0 Delaware. I could never get Delaware to be 10-0, and I coached there for several years in this dynasty. It's where I developed my hatred for Delaware State, okay? All right, they're B- rated. So UMass, you got a chance here. Now, I think probably what's happened is that Delaware has probably an outstanding running back that's leading their charge, and probably like some really good linebackers. So I think that's why they're getting the ratings where they're at. So I think they just have some key positions that are helping to propel them forward. But you know what? They're at your place. So if any day is a day for Delaware to go down, this is the day. Well, it's a good thing you're a running team, because your best wide receivers are not playing. Well, that showed, huh? Delaware's having a special season. Well, hell, I'm glad you got bowl eligible when you did. Tulane, likewise, is having a good season. 8-2, and they're B- rated. Alabama State's on the road, trying to get their 7th win. And he gets it. He gets it. Hey, 35-0. That's rough. All right, let's see what else Week 12 has to bring top 25 wise. Anything that pertains to national championship. Oh, Indiana back on the up and up. Yeah, they're you're right. Their running defense was top tier, and then your wide receivers get suspended. Yeah. In another world, that could have went another way. Let's see. Anything else? National championship? No, not really. Virginia Tech's now lost twice, and you know what's going to happen is they're going to beat me in the ACC championship game. I'm just telling you. I don't want it to happen, but it just might. All right. Yeah, so anyway, just a lot of thoughts about the current sports landscape and some of the excuses that are used by schools to do certain things. Compare the passion that people have for college football up and down the line, from the major programs to the smallest programs, okay? There's alumni for every college that plays college football. There's passion. Compare that to like soccer fans in England and across Europe, right? Heck, I don't care, South America, wherever you want to, around the world. There you go. There it is, right there. Look at that. The number 5 running back in the country to UMass. And the number 12 running back, both 4 stars to UMass, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see if you can get your 7th win. So, again, you're on the road against a team that's rated very similar to you. So, this one could go either way. Let's hope you get that 7th win. Remember, those wide receivers are still out. So, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 7th win for UMass. Look at that. Your wide receivers were out of the game, and your quarterback went 31 for 46, 275 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Wow. The way this season went, seriously, like 7-5, I'm so thrilled because you've turned that team around so quickly. You know, and I don't want to say, oh, it could have been 9-3, but, you know, every season we could say that. But still, it's like, man, good turnaround. I'm just going to leave it at that. Good turnaround. All right, Clemson, A+, number 2 in the country, baby. Taking on the 1-10 South Carolina, my in-state rival. Let's put our boot on their throat. 66-8. My quarterback literally threw 23 times. Only 23 times and threw 6 touchdowns. Of the 18 completions that this quarterback had, 6 of them were touchdowns. If I do my math correctly, that's 1/3, correct? Yeah. Leo agrees. It's 1/3. That's crazy. All right, Boston College visiting Alabama State. Both teams rated Bs. Big difference here. Rush offense, they're about the same. Pass offense, I'm Famished has the number 3 pass offense in the country. I don't even think Boston College has a quarterback because that's 100. That's terrible. He's hosting them. Should be his 8th win on the season. Close one, but it is. 20 carries, 90 yards, touchdown. And that running back is doing everything. Nice job. Good week. Week 13. Very cool. Very cool. All right, big time top 25 matchups. I don't. It's a rivalry game, so let's see. Yeah, Texas A&M took care of business. Well, I guess this is for the Big East Conference Championship. I don't see how Delaware can win that. 35-14 for West Virginia. Good season for Delaware, though. Good for them. LSU over Arkansas. Wow. All right, let's get through week 13. So, back to what I was saying. You take the passion of college football fans and, the passion of soccer fans around the world. And, college football could so easily adopt this, the format that these other leagues around the world have, where they're an open system, where you have the very, very best teams at the top because they've earned their way up there through play. And you have the teams that are a tier below them, that are in a league below them. And every year that the very best teams from this league, the very best teams from that second tier, the one that wins that second tier, they get to go up, and they replace the last place team in the top tier, right? So someone comes down and someone goes up. And they have different models of this where more teams go up, more teams come down, but they do that through the entire structure of their professional leagues. And most countries have at least 2 to 3 main professional leagues, but they have so many other leagues that are more semi-pro or a lower division where teams can work their way up still, right? There's still that avenue to go up if they're winning. So I just really think that college football has the passion behind it to where they could adopt that model. And so this whole $100 million paid to go to a different conference or whatever they're doing now, just implement a system where the very best teams go up. And if you're truly that elite, then you'll play with the elite teams. If you're secondary, you'll play with the other secondary teams. But at least you're giving yourself a chance to win, okay? I mean, no one cares about the end of the season for, I don't know, name a team that is irrelevant most years at the end of the season. I'll name some when I was growing up. No one cared about Kansas. They were a laughing stock for years. No one cared about Baylor. You know, heck, even where, let's take Tulsa, okay? Anybody who watches this channel, you've probably heard mention of Tulsa and how, I'm a bit of a fan just based on where I've grown up. But, many times, they would have such bad seasons. They had seasons where they were like 1-10, right? Or like 1-12 or whatever. Then they've had some good ones, but no one showed up to the years when they won 2 or 3 games. Fans don't show up. But let me tell you what, if they had this open system where you could go up or down, when a fan base has the passion and they know they have something to play for, those years when Tulsa were bad, the fans would have shown up for the last game or 2 games or 3 games of the season to try to will their team to stay up in their division. Right? They would have. And even if they got knocked down to the division below, let's say they finished last and were relegated to the division below them, that next season, there's a big chance that Tulsa win a ton of games. And you know what that does? It brings more people out to the stadium. So it's more meaningful games for more teams in more ways. And isn't that what college football wants? More meaningful games means more money. So they need to find a way to fix what they're doing. That's my suggestion in a nutshell. I didn't mean to get into that, but I just think good conversation happening here in between this is great, and you can catch some of my passion behind that also in the podcast that I do with I'm Famished. So anyway, let's get back to it. Number 4 wide receiver in the country, 4-star, coming to Clemson. UMass signing the number 3 guard in the country. So it's a 3-star, but it's still the number 3 guard in the country because you run the football. And middle linebacker going to Alabama State. Cool. We all got recruits this week. Nothing really in pertaining to national championship stuff there. So, anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of different ways they could do things, and I know a lot of people have been having more and more conversations about this lately, but seems like the best way forward. What? Okay, all right. UMass, the number 6 cornerback in the country, 4-star, coming to UMass. You are gonna bring this program back. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. How, in this entire season, did I never realize that Duke was climbing the rankings and is number 3 in the country? How did I miss that? And how did that happen? They beat Virginia Tech? Man, I'm stunned. I am stunned. All right, so the BCS rankings are holding true, and there's nothing Ohio State can do. They have a loss. If I win, I'm in the national championship. Plain and simple, clear as day. I don't know how I missed that. So Duke obviously beat Virginia Tech as well. Wow. Okay. This is for the marbles. Not all of them, because potential national championship might be on the line here. Duke, number 3 in the country, 12-0, winners of 17 and straight, taking on me, Clemson. I'm number 2 in the country. I've won 14 straight. They are B+ rated. I'm A+ rated. I got them on pass offense. They got me on rush offense. Rush defense, I'm number 18 in the country. Honestly, this looks like this should go my way. I mean, I'm confident. I'm just going to say it. This game should go my way. Give me that ACC championship in my first season. Give me that national championship berth. Wow. Boom. Oh. Oh. Please and thank you. I'm going to the national championship, Clemson. My first season, ACC champions. It wasn't even close. He likes it. He likes it. Clemson wins. DiCaprio grins. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Whisper screams. Yeah, I got people. I got, there's people sleeping in this house, so I gotta be careful. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Tennessee, Alabama. All right, let's see if Missouri can stop taking. Let's see if Missouri can stop Texas A&M, because frankly, look, I'm being honest with you guys. Texas A&M is a little scary. Let's see if Missouri can take them down. Texas A&M is out. Look at that, Conference USA. What a lame title. I'm famished. Should have been able to be in that. Guys, Texas A&M is out. That means I go to number 1. I beat Duke, so Duke will fall. The BCS committee has a decision to make. Do they enter the undefeated Big East champion, or do they enter the one-loss, not a conference champion, Ohio State? Coaches poll has Ohio State. The media poll has West Virginia. The computer poll has Ohio State. And just by the slimmest of margins, West Virginia looks like they're going to be left out even though they won a conference championship. Wow, there's your Big Ten champion, Indiana, number 9, with 1 loss. What a crazy standings. Tennessee wins the SEC 29-28. Wow. What if the incredible happens? What if something happens that I don't even realize yet? What if Missouri jumps all the way up? They were number 7. They only have 1 loss. They just beat the number 1 team. What if Missouri jumps? That would be nuts. Punter of the year? I mean, honestly, did I even punt that much? Right? I didn't even punt that much. I won every game. How often did I punt, really? All right, I'll take it. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl for Alabama State. Here we go. Taking on Idaho. The Insight Bowl. Whoa. Dude. I don't know how you got to play that opponent. That's good job making a bowl, bud. That is crazy. They got you playing Oregon. Big time. It happened. It happened. Missouri jumps from number 7 to number 3 in the polls, but number 2 in the BCS rankings. Missouri jumps from 7 all the way to the national championship game. What? What an insane season. Houston's quarterback out of Conference USA wins the Heisman. Houston goes 13-0. Look at this. So West Virginia would have remained behind. Ohio State climbs to 2 in the rankings. The coaches poll goes to Ohio State over Missouri. The media poll big time pulls for Missouri. The computer poll pulls for Missouri. So the eye test from the coaches, they like Ohio State. The media like the story that Missouri wins the Big 12, and the computer polls love their strength of schedule, apparently, and they love that they just beat the number 1 team. Wow. I'm shocked. I mean, that's the blessing and the curse of not having a conference championship game. Like, sometimes I wish I didn't have one, but then there's other times where look what can happen. Ohio State and West Virginia are both on the outside looking in. But if they had conference championship games, they both would have had a chance. But I don't care, because I'm in the national championship. Wow, what a freaking season. What a season. All right. Everyone got pretty good bowl games. I mean, we're all in week 3 or later. Delaware finally loses to Arizona. Okay. How about that for a smackaroo? Okay. Alabama State and I'm famished 8-4 had the clear advantage over Idaho here. Idaho is C-rated. I think Alabama State should come away with the Liberty Bowl. 49-7, they smacked them. Alabama State wins the Liberty Bowl. Way to go, man. Ends the season out 9-4. This one, on the other hand, UMass, this is incredible that they said, hey, let's put them in a bowl with the A-rated Oregon Ducks. Well, what a turnaround for UMass in the first season. Let's see what happens. 43-28 really wasn't that bad. Way to hang in. Good turnaround season, man. For real. Like, you took over a program that was just decimated. Good recruits, too, that you got this year. All right, I'm interested to see what happens. Look at the two teams that were gypped. Ohio State, West Virginia. West Virginia takes it. Wow. Navy proves that Houston is not any good. Crushes them. This is it. We are rated the exact same. Points per game, they got me. Total offense, they got me. Rush offense, they got me. Pass offense, I got them. Total defense, I got them. Rush defense, they got me by 1. Pass defense, I got them. So, what do they say? Defense wins championships. I have the better defense overall. Dadgum, Missouri is a formidable opponent. I can't believe I'm number 1. I've got Clemson in the national championship. I have to dwell on this for a moment. Clemson has never won the national championship in this game. Clemson has been to one championship game. This is Clemson's second national championship appearance in the game. In my first season, I'm here. what I'm talking about, baby. National champion. Yes. My guy. Ewok picture. I couldn't have done it without you, Leo. I couldn't have done it without you, Ewok picture. Wow. I couldn't have done it. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes. Oh gosh. Okay, whisper screaming. Yes, it's a thing. It's a thing. And when I do it, look, I'm in such a good mood now. I don't even know what to do with my hands. Watch this. When I whisper scream, I have like this vein. Anyway. National champion, baby. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it happened. Clemson has won the national championship. Oh. Oh my. Okay. I know for a fact I'm Famished would never take any of these schools because Tulane is not a thing. Texas, nope. Because of some rivalries with his real life favorite team. And Colorado State, no thanks. Oh, right. They are impressed with you. You have increased the team's prestige. Let's go, baby. Oh my gosh. I was... Look who's here. Buckshot. Look who's here. Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech. Remember when we talked about them? Guys, Virginia Tech has won the national championship or been in the national championship game for more than half of the dynasty. Okay? Like, I mean, they won the championship just 2 seasons ago. Like, this is what? I just finished season 36, and they probably have 17 national championship appearances. Like, it's crazy. Virginia Tech. Yeah, we talked about this. Virginia Tech is there. I can't take them now. I can't. I mean, there's just... I can't do it. This Clemson thing... It's working. I'm staying with Clemson. How do you not, right? They're impressed and would like to extend your contract for 4 more years. I don't blame them. I'd extend the contract with me too. Like, I hate to say it, but I give myself an A+. Right? I don't want to say it, but I think I had an A+, so I'm not shocked. All right. I'm not loading much. Do you mean losing much? I'm not losing much next year? Or I'm not reloading? I felt like I had some good backups for the next year or so. Look at that. Incredible end to the video, everyone. I'm extending. I got to. Yeah. I just think I don't know how I can go in and just do one and then leave. I gotta stick it out. I gotta stick it out. You win, you win the national championship. You gotta see what you can do. The mean green. Okay, there it is. National champion. Who is the player of the game? T. Smith. Yep, I celebrate a dream season. Let's take a look. My senior is gone, but he is going to be in the 90s. He's going to be my starter. He's going to get better. So this is good. So quarterback's fine. He's going to come back in the 90s. He's going to reload. This is going to be fine. He's gone, but he's going to be better than him. He's going to be better than what he is this year. He's going to be as good as this guy. He's going to be as good as this guy. I'm fine at wide receiver. I think I'm loading. I think I'm coming back strong. Maybe I need some help with my tackle position, but I think I'll be okay. What do we got to look forward to for you? You're in the chat. Let's take a look. He's going to be there, so you're still going to have a good quarterback. You're going to have a good running back. Yeah, it was I'm famished with Alabama State. Next season, I'm a bit nervous. I am nervous for him for next season. And you got some decent players coming up, and you signed a few good players as well. So I think you're going to be okay. It's I'm famished. I'm worried about next season. Not at the quarterback position, though. He's going to be good. Okay, running back, he's actually going to be better. Wide receiver, that's where he's going to lose right there. So he's going to have to sign some good wide receivers, maybe get some transfers. I don't know, maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe I just freaked out at the beginning of the season. I don't know why I had that weird bad feeling. We'll find out, though. Anyway, I'm famished at Alabama State and Buckshot. Up at UMass, this is Fighting Ewok. Your national champion at Clemson, my first season. And that's a wrap for me. Appreciate it. If you watched the video, listen to any of my rambling. Maybe you enjoyed the way I choked on that donut. I don't care. But if you can hit that like button, maybe share it, hit that subscribe, whatever you want to do, I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys down the road with some more content, and season 37 be on its way.